Yo, hello? It's you again. How you doing? I'm fine. I'm just chilling at Kahaya Lounge in East Legon, yeah. You sending me somewhere. To meet who? You always keep coming up with surprises. No, I'm just cool. I'm here. Yeah. Who do you want me to meet? There's nothing wrong if you tell me who you want me to meet. Oh, someone is expecting me, rather. Nice. All right, thank you very much for your call, though, right? So is that who's coming to? Who's coming to? Oh, all right. No problem. I'm here, right? Thank you very much. Bless. Hey, how are you? Yeah. Oh, you Vovo? Yeah, Vovo. I've been expecting you. I hear you take me go someplace. Someone is expecting me. Who is that? Can we leave? Wait till you see. See what? You guys always keep telling me stuff, taking me places, all of that. Man. Well, as you see, it's another day. And I'm being told, or I should use the word Lord, that someone very special is expecting me. Like that, man. So we're hitting the road, and hope that surprise will be something that I've always wanted. And yeah, bring you nothing but the best and written in the stars. Yonkwe, Charlie. We going now, Charlie. What kind of place where they take me go? Boss. So who this? Where are we? The guy we anyway, where Charlie? Yo, no, we still win this.
You are watching Written in the Stars with Alex Kwesi Crassie. Welcome back to Written in the Stars.
Yo, no, we still win this. Yo, you guys surprised me, man.
Yo, welcome, bro. Charlie, you try till you find a place, man. Welcome.
Livingstone.
Charlie, you're welcome.
Livingstone. Livingstone.
Yeah, man. Come through.
My man. Wow. Charlie. Man, I'm blessed.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Charlie,
thanks
man.
For finding this place.
Bless.
How was the drive? Everything was cool, I guess.
Man, you guys, man, bunch of surprises. You guys have kicked me up on all of that, man, bro. Bless, man.
Yeah, man, one of the ends, you know.
Oh, this place
keep it
is
low key
beautiful.
as usual. Keeping it low key, you know, keeping the works up. Same way,
man. On it.
I'm grateful, man. I hope we have a nice interview.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for coming through. We've been expecting this for a while now, and today happens to be the day that we have it done.
Man, it's just the surprise, man.
Absolutely,
like
man.
the surprise is just, I don't know. I'm short of words, but I believe when we sit down,
supposed to, and it's meant to be. So you see me, wicked, bless up.
Livingstone,
original Turas.
Beautiful hideout you
Charlie,
got, buddy, man.
No be joke, you know.
Authentic.
Absolutely, man.
Man, thank you, man. This place is like. It's got a very beautiful aura around it, you know.
Come on, you know.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You can feel you feel it, you know. It's real.
Yeah, real, man.
Yeah, man.
Real is the word. Let me ask you, what is your connection with camouflage? Like when you think of,
you know,
yeah, what's your connection?
Growing up, I've always wanted to be a soldier, you know.
Serious?
Yeah, I've always dreamt to be. Specifically a flight platoon, flight something, you know, something that has to do with Air Force.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That is what I growing up as a child, I used to dream about, you know. Wherever that inspiration or wherever the dream came from, I didn't know, but I know that it lies in my spirit, you know, as a warrior.
Wow.
It lies in my spirit as a survivor, it lies in my spirit as a strong soul. So therefore, it is obvious that although I couldn't become that pilot, military person whatsoever, I realized that I am In other words, I'm living life as a warrior, as a survivor, as a living stone that my name is, you know, as one whose story is inspirational, as one who is meant to lead, who is meant to go through the tussle and the bustle and the hustle, so to get the experience that people can look up to and use as an example. So it is more or less toughening yourself to become that sacrificial lamb. You know what I mean? So once as you realize yourself and you realize your purpose on earth, then you face it as such. So I thank God for giving me like a memory to remember that this is what my cause is. So in all this camo, military, whatsoever, this is just a physical representation of the inside, you know?
So what you're saying is that you are a man who understands his true calling.
Absolutely, which is key to every living soul.
And there is no deviation from the calling.
Hopefully, because you know that there are also physical and spiritual forces who will surely interfere in the process, which may eventually sway you from your calling. So you have to then understand your calling and stand for it. And that's the only way you survive.
Let me ask you this. There is one thing for one to have an understanding about who is called to be or who she's called to be in future. And there is another thing for one knowing that connection and believing that, listen, I was born to do this. In all of this, there is a voice that speaks to you on a daily basis. Like, you know, that's voice that like calls you on a daily basis.
Truly.
What voice do you hear? Is it a tiny little voice or a very, you know, commanding voice?
Either be it, I'll tell you what I hear, but either be it a tiny voice, either be it a commanding voice. Once you hear a voice from within, I believe that you should be honored, because not everybody is privileged to hear from their inner self.
Wow.
You know, and I believe that, yeah, that's what I trust. Not everybody is privileged to hear from their inner self. Some people have to be told, some people have to be guided, some people have to follow. But if you then hear a voice from within, then I trust that you should be grateful. And I know that I do hear a voice from within. That inspires me, that puts me on guard, that puts me on check. And I think that to make it a bit, you know, relatable to everybody, there is something we all know as conscience. And when you lose your consciousness, then I believe that you've lost that voice.
Wow.
Because so long as every human is made up of spirit and body, you need to have a conscience.
Hold on. You said when you lose that conscience, you've lost yourself.
And you've lost that voice
and
that speaks to you.
That speaks to you.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You are watching Written in the Stars with Alex Kwesi Crassie.
How often do you ask God questions like, yo, how often do you disturb him? How often are you before his throne room of grace and you ask a lot of questions like, how often?
I hardly ask God questions. You just reminded me of the fact that I need to ask God questions.
I just reminded you?
Now, you're just saying it for the first time in a while that you need to ask God questions.
Are you for real?
Why do I have to ask God questions? All I know is that one thing I always know and I always say is, let his will be done, because he knows it all, he does it all.
Another one.
That's all there is. I don't ask God questions. No, never. I don't come like.
So, but you said I've reminded
so
you. So
you just reminding me that probably I should ask God.
Yeah, what would you ask him at this very moment? I mean, like, yeah, everybody's watching. Pretend you're not God.
I will not ask him for anything. I only ask his will to be done.
Thank you.
Simple, because that's just what it is. And whatever I asked from within that I want, you know, I hope that that is the same thing that he wants for me. You know what I mean? Because he knows my needs. Even when I do not know them, he's answered my prayers even when I have not prayed. So every day, every minute, every time, let his will be done. Because his plans for me are not of evil, but they are of good, that will lead me to an expected end. You see me?
No, like the reason why because there's so many things that I do, and I realize that who I've become as a man, or the brand Turas, or whatever it is, I find out those certain elements within people, because at the end of it all, I'm like, your perfect will be made whole in my life.
Simple.
You know, and I say that on a constant
basis, exactly.
You know,
instead of asking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But of course, yes.
Probably that's the way I ask.
Oh, that's yeah. Like,
probably that's that my own way of asking God to do what He has to do for me. Yeah.
Now let's chop it down more. We're swimming deeper.
Yeah.
You know, where have you gotten at the point where, like, anxiety steps in, depression sets in? And have you ever, as Stonebwoy, gotten to a point where you feel like, yo, man, Charlie, I won't give it up. I won't die, or you know, oh, you laugh. That means it's that. Have you ever, like, you soldier, you know,
true,
what I mean?
You know,
like a true soldier.
Sometimes,
yeah. Have you ever gotten to that particular point, that stage where you're like, man, to hell with all of this?
Yeah, man, it does okay. It does okay, you know, it does okay. Trust me, it does okay when at point in time you just want to be like. You just ask questions. You just
have you got into that point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it does occur. It does occur to me. So from time to time. Yeah. That's what I said. No. I mean to me, because you're asking me a question. It does really occur from time to time. Sometimes you're all by yourself. You just want to be like, you know. I ask, why all of these? Because at the end of the day, you realize that sometimes you feel like everything is not worth anything. Sometimes you just be like, everything is not worth anything at the end of the day. So at that point in time, or those when I come up, you know, I be like, I want to vanish. Yeah, I just want to vanish, and probably that could mean that I just want to not exist anymore. That could mean that also. But then anytime I get to that point, you know what I see in my mind? I see a vast land. I see I see me in a far land. I'm just there by myself. That's what I see in my mind. Anytime I get to that point where I feel like, sorry to say, to hell with everything, what comes to mind, like I see it so clearly, is me and just go far away. Calm, just you. When you wake up in the morning, you only see a vast plain land of green.
But that is good stuff.
Yeah, but that could where you see nobody.
Yeah.
So certain times I don't want to see nobody. I just hide I just stay indoors. Most often I just lock myself in the studio, not like with bad energy, but so to feel that, so to just get into that space. And sometimes it takes time for me to come back to reality. That's okay, yeah, we're ready for now. All right, who's calling, who's saying what? All right, let's face it.
So now let's dive deeper. You know, when you get into that closet where the tears won't stop flowing, the tears keep coming, what do you say to yourself when you get into that moment where the tears dropping? Because you've cried.
One of the times I cried, the last time I remember crying, proper crying, where, you know, I mean, when I say cry, one moment that comes to my mind was when I lost my mother, was when I cried. Well, that is when I remember. You know, when you say cry, there are so many instances that I have cried, but I remember losing my mother, like, bang.
So Stone, at that point, did you hit rock bottom where depression, anxiety, you know, sets in?
If I felt depressed, then I think my mother wouldn't be proud of me. It would be a different...
Hold on. Rewind that. If you felt depressed, your mother was never going to be proud of you. How would you know?
Yeah, I know. She never grew me to be depressed or over no situation, but rather pick the energies, you know, channel the energies from whatever situation there is to get better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what is your secret weapon of survival? That weapon that a lot of people don't know, that has kept you grinding, that has kept you focused, that has kept you disciplined, that has kept you going, that has kept you winning above it all. Or it's a secret, you don't want to give it up. Is it your relationship with God? Is it faith?
Yeah.
Is it your
I was thinking about it when you're asking. Now you're answering for me. I can relate. It's a faith, it's God, it's your purpose in life, is believing in yourself, and
there's a lot of weapons.
Yeah, too many weapons. That is not these weapons are no more secrets. They are. We have them at our fingertips to use, but probably because I don't know.
Or would it be?
I can't tell.
You can't tell.
But these are the secrets.
Yours is
believing in God, knowing yourself, a conscious effort of knowing yourself and finding your purpose.
If you have to pick one.
I was even going to mention more. So
believing in God,
yeah.
Faith, finding yourself, self-consciousness.
Everything positive that keeps us alive. That's it. Aside having to eat to stay alive, you know, eat something, drink water. Aside that, those are for the physical body. You know what I mean? Food, water, clothes, shelter. That's it. Done. But then now for the inner self, what then does it eat?
How do you overcome fear? One, has fear always gotten you to sit upright and say, you know, man, I got to muzzle up? And what's your understanding of fear? And how do you conquer it? I'm asking so many things, but in a nutshell, fear and Stonebwoy on the balance beam.
I do not allow fear to conquer me, but I do allow fear to encourage me, because it is something you can use. Because you know there's a fear of this. Okay, there's a fear of losing all you've built if you become complacent right now and begin to lay back and don't work as hard as you should work. Then there's a fear of losing. So coming to a realization of that fear is when you stand up and you know that I have to keep kicking. So then without the fear in there, how would you have realized that you could lose? So I use the fear to my advantage.
Wow.
I do not allow fear to, you know, use me to its advantage.
I do not allow fear to use me to its advantage. I rather use fear for my advantage.
Yeah.
Deep. Did you just make that up?
No, I just said it.
Or did it just come out from your spirit?
Yeah.
It's because there's something that you've been doing.
Yeah, I just said it. I never really read anything that.
But that's
maybe I'm just playing with words, you know.
But it's powerful, man.
Yeah. So it's good. Fear is actually a factor.
Yeah.
Or an element that you can use. It guides you. Because if you do not have fear for God, how would you respect Him?
Wow.
Knowing that He is all powerful is just an example. So fear is there. We have to know how to use it. It's either we overcome by it or we use that to overcome the circumstances.
Folks, you know, my little brother nodding his head like, yeah, that man has just nailed it right there. Bam! You know what? Just give me your hand.
Respect.
I bless you.
Yeah, man.
I bless your hustle.
Yes,
I bless your feet.
Jeez.
Everywhere you touch, you possess the good of the land.
For real.
Musically, you're gifted already.
Jano.
Yeah. What's the secret with all these rhythms that flows through you like the River Nile, man? Like, yo, I wonder where this guy gets all these rhythms from. Like, they just flow. It will be another story told on Written in the Stars when we meet once again.
Bless up.
Yes.
You are watching Written in the Stars with Alex Kwesi Crassie. Welcome back to Written in the Stars.
This is the moment in time where I get to sit, relax, reflect about the entire conversation and also talk about his secret weapon of survival. Stone made mention of a lot of weapons. I mean, in the beginning of the conversation, he said he was a soldier who goes to war with a lot of armor on. And of course, yes, he believes that one man must not have just one secret weapon, but a lot of weapons, you know, because life is not easy. Things that we go through as human beings are just a lot, and each situation, you know what I mean, has to have one particular weapon to just overcome that or to utilize that to go through it. So he makes mention of faith being one of the weapons. He makes mention of self-consciousness, you know, and self-belief, and he talks about gratitude when it comes to God Almighty. There's a lot that he really wanted to go and dive deeper into it, but these are some of the weapons that he spoke about. Now, faith is like the substance of things hoped for. It's like the evidence of things not seen. Like, I believe I'm a wealthy man. I might not have the money now, but I believe I'm gonna get it. And I'm gonna get it, you know? Self-belief, like believing in yourself and knowing that, listen, you created in the image of God, you're a very different human being, and you just that one person on earth that is unique among the billions of people on earth. And if you come to realize that, you place value on yourself. Once you place value on yourself, yes, then your purpose of moving forward becomes a little bit easy, like finding your space. It talks about God Almighty, like, you know, and the most important thing that he said is like giving gratitude to God. And of course, yes, I'm allowing the will of God to be in his life. A lot of us, you know, impose our will, you know what I mean? And are not, allowing God's purpose and will for our life to manifest. So when he spoke about that, I think I really appreciate that, because that's what I do every single day. Praying and saying, Nyankopone, O Pepe Enyeho, not man, because he declares the end from the beginning to the end. God is the all-knowing God, you know? There's nothing that will do like me sitting here and assessing the secret weapon of survival. It's something that has been written in the stars long before I was born with my team, you know what I'm saying? Blaze, Vovo, you know what I'm saying? Kyle, and everybody that we work with, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's been, man. So a lot of weapons from Stonebwoy, and he goes to war with all of them. And that's the reason why he's strong, he's winning, and he'll forever win. We talk about like 300 years to come, his music still be here. We talk about like, you know, years to come, you know, and that's very powerful. So yes, guys, it's been awesome. I believe that you've heard him speak. I believe you also heard me speak, but the good thing about it is don't let it just get through this ear and go that way. Let it sink into your heart. Take these lessons, go to war with them. Find yourself in a space where you are right about now. And remember that you are only one person, different, with one fingerprint that nobody has. You can do it all if you believe. Alex Kwesi Crassie is my name, written in the stars. Till we meet again, folks, have a good one. Bye-bye.